Peppa Pig's house always seemed like the safest place, filled with laughter and joy. But today something had changed in the familiar world of little pigs. George was playing alone in the yard while family was busy. His curious gaze fell upon the old building by the lake. The abandoned structure beckoned the boy with its dark windows. Nobody remembered who built this place or when it appeared. George slowly approached the crooked door of the building. Rusty hinges creaked in the cold wind from the lake. Inside the building reigned strange silence and twilight. Dusty floorboards creaked under his small hooves as he entered. Old paintings hung on the walls with smiling faces, but the smiles seemed too wide and unnaturally stretched across features. In the corner stood an old television box. The screen flickered with weak greenish light without any sound. George approached the mysterious device with growing interest and curiosity. A familiar yellow face appeared on the glowing screen. It was SpongeBob, but something was terribly wrong with him. His eyes glowed with red light, full of pure malice. Evil SpongeBob smiled at George through the television screen. His teeth were sharp like razor blades, gleaming menacingly. The screen began to crack and spark with electricity. The room filled with ominous buzzing and crackling electrical sounds. George tried to run away, but the door slammed shut. Windows became covered with thick, dark film from the inside. Evil SpongeBob began crawling out from the television screen slowly. His body stretched and deformed in horrifying, impossible ways. The creature's red eyes followed every movement George made. The boy pressed against the wall, trembling with fear. Peppa noticed her brother's absence only by evening time. The family began searching for George throughout the entire house. Daddy Pig searched the garden and surrounding house areas thoroughly. Mummy Pig checked all of the boys' favorite hiding places. They found only small footprints leading toward the lake. The abandoned building stood in complete darkness and eerie silence. The building's door was tightly locked and wouldn't budge. Windows were black like bottomless wells of endless night. The family knocked and shouted, but no answer came. Only echo reflected from the cold walls of structure. Inside the building came weak, childish crying from George. But the sound became quieter and more distant gradually. On the old television screen flashed a malicious smile briefly. Red eyes watched what was happening outside the building. In the morning, the building looked completely ordinary and empty. But George never returned home to his worried family. Sometimes at night, residents hear childish laughter echoing around. It comes from the abandoned building by the lake.